Yo guys, welcome back. This should be the finale here. One civ left to conquer the capital of. And in terms of monopolies, we have got all of them apart from furs, and then some strategics, and then jade, which is, there's only one of that, and we're repairing it down here. So yeah, I'm basically just moving my troops over. And we have built the 2K Foods headquarters, which allows us to build these. So, plus 10% food in all cities. Well, in a city when you have this. Plus 3 food for every 2K Food franchise. So we'll start getting some franchises. And reduces unhappiness needs modifier for all yields and empire modifier by 5%. So basically reduces needs by 10% for each office we have in all cities. So this could get pretty crazy in terms of the amount of reduction it should give. I'm building them pretty much everywhere now. So hopefully the happiness problems are no longer going to be problems anymore. Okay, in terms of this, I actually think I'm going to take this one. We have quite a few vassals, and I also want the worker improvement rate because I'm trying to get a lot of stuff built. So we'll do that one now. Jesus, 3 turns until the next one. Wow, that is crazy quick. Not even world's fairing yet or anything. That's just madness. Yeah, but building these everywhere. So happiness, I believe, or unhappiness should go down a lot. I mean, we have a lot of resistance going on now as well, which should be going down, and cities building courthouses, stuff like that. That's about it though, just cleaning them up. I can't actually peace out with them yet. I think they declared war on turn 219, so I should be able to pretty soon. And I should also get a trade route. I think I should send some of them to the city-states, to be honest. And I will also send some to some of these cities. I'll try and I'll do one from here, and it will get loads of villages and stuff, hopefully. Or do I need to do that? I have quite a lot of boat ones. Alright, I'll just, I'll buy it now, and then we'll think about where we want to put it. Maybe I'll move it somewhere else. Because we want to get the franchises. And for that we need foreign trade routes. I hope that they do land. Oh yeah, we can buy a great person as well. We have a lot of great generals. I could go for a scientist right now. Try and get into electricity a bit quicker. I quite like that, I think. Yeah, let's do that. I'll click that a bit as well. Cool. Jesus, we're actually getting a lot from vassals. Yeah, it basically doubles the amount that you get from them.
Those who cannot
Pretty cool. Antiquity sites, I guess I should probably excavate them. We have like infinite money, so. Alright, I built a lot of those officers, so yes, I believe our penalties went down quite a bit, but still not enough that we can actually use the units, I don't think. Okay, we'll get that next turn. Let's clean up these annoying guys as well. Still can't negotiate peace, apparently. Well, should be able to next turn. Yeah, I mean, I don't actually want to conquer any of these cities, but just hitting them anyway. I want to stay happy. That is going to be the plan here. And yeah, I'll just keep moving shit about. Building more buildings. Alright, and let us use our great scientist. 14k, that's not bad. That should get us this pretty comfortably, actually.
Is it a fact, or have I dreamt it?
And we should have a good amount of aluminium. Okay, it still does take a little bit longer with the prisoners of war, but it's 4 turns to 6 turns, so I think a lot of the bonuses must be additive, like the worker construction speed, because they've obviously got the negative, and then the positive makes them like pretty similar again. Alright, we actually don't have that much aluminium, though I'm sure we have enough to get the monopoly with our 100% bonus. I don't think there's actually a huge amount of aluminium on the map. Yeah, there's only 61, so... and only 38 aluminium. I mean, uranium. Which I think is good numbers. I mean, that's obviously what I chose. I chose to have a lot less aluminium than like coal and iron and stuff, which I think is fair given that most games you won't really use that much aluminium, and if you do, it's kind of like specialist stuff, so I feel like it should be hard to get. And uranium as well. I don't think there should just be uranium all over the place. It should be like sometimes you might not have any. Maybe 38 is already too much. Okay, we're at the next policy again. I don't honestly care about any of them, is kind of the problem. Do you know what? I think I'm going to take New World Order first. Get those police stations and constabularies. As well as the reduction in distress. So we built a load of offices, so how are we getting on in terms of... Yes, I mean only plus 46%. So already if I were to grow this city it wouldn't be capped on unhappiness, whereas before it was completely capped just with distress. So this looks good to me. Wait, what? Oh, they pillaged it all. Fucking bastards. Okay. And can we peace out now?
raus damit.
Apparently not. I'm pretty sure they declared war on turn 219, so I thought we'd be able to. But oh well. Let's keep going. Alright, cool. I also conquered Jerusalem because they have actually a lot of resources around them. Yeah, hopefully we can peace out now. At least shortly. Oh yeah, I do have another admiral. Go on then, mate. Cloves. Ooh, I think somebody else already had cloves actually.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's why America doesn't want them.
เจ้าบอกว่า
Maybe not. It looked like it went up. Alright, I mean they're coming down still, but still not quite enough, I don't think. Okay, I'll do that. Alright, can we peace out now then?
Uzokwenzani la?
Alright, 2 turns. Fine. We'll just smack the rest of them about then. We should have a global monopoly on oil soon. Yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there. Alright. Okay, what, 2 more flipping turns then. Basically killed all of their units. So, yeah. And these guys have moved over. I mean, I've still got a few more field guns on the way, I think. Well, at least one there. Couple more just getting in position. My worker, dude, what? Absolute pricks. Okay, happiness. Doesn't seem to quite be working out yet with... I mean, we wouldn't be capped here, which is decent, but we still need to get it a bit lower, especially since that's the capital. Just need to build more of the 2k foods. Alright, cool. Managed to get radio. And we also got to the next policy thanks to that. This one... I guess I'd take the happiness one. We might actually need the happiness in the future. Even though I don't think we're using it right now. Build courthouses in half the time as well. We are building quite a few courthouses, so that will help them get done. Although most of them are done. Whatever.
สวัสดี เราเชื่อว่านี่เป็นข้อเสนอที่ยุติธรรมสำหรับทั้งสองฝ่าย
Alright, we got that strategic monopoly done. Siam now ally of the letter. Not really a fan of that. Okay.
Bayete.
Okay, we can peace out there now. And we can peace out with Germany as well. Oh, they got killed. Fair enough.
Bayete.
Isn't that... Nah, that's fine. Alright, cool. Well, we don't have to worry about them voting stuff now.
Bayete. Ungavuma ukudayisa.
Sure. Okay. Decent stuff. Ooh, happiness though. It will be a good sign if we have boredom instead of all distress. Because the fact that it's all distress means... Okay. Well, apparently we can grow this one and we'll only get 4 unhappiness. I like the sound of that. Alright, I'm going to keep building the 2k foods. Okay, cool. Let's use this guy. Tobacco. This guy too. Nutmeg, okay.
Здравствуй.
Well, we're selling a lot of resources and we can get another great person. I think I want scientists right now. Plan is to get up to atomic theory. I may even blitz up to alternative energy. I kind of want to see what it will look like if we have power stations everywhere. That could be pretty cool. And it'd be good to get riflemen as well before we attack America. Happiness is actually decent. Crazy. And I'm going to try growing some of these cities because allegedly we don't get much increase in unhappiness if we do grow them. Though we could be being lied to. That's always possible. Yeah, we're getting a scientist here. Ooh, look at that, mate. Look at that. We are happy as fuck. Oh. It's working, dudes. It is working. I'm very happy about that. Maybe too happy. Alright, cool. Click that. I've got a great scientist as well. Probably enough to get to flight. Yep. Not bad. Okay, I want to build that now then. And I'll use a great general. Nice, how much did that do? Pretty much all of it. Okay. Actually, that's fine, we can go next era. It doesn't really matter. It gives 3,000 Problem is if I use another one I'll be way over. Put the overflow into that or something. Okay. Well, I'm not really provoking the war, I'm going to war you. That's just the way it is, man. Yep. Get loads of riflemen. Cool. I'm not even bothering with the citizen yields, but all of our cities looking pretty good, man. Where am I not gonna kill? Probably won't kill them. Okay. Let's continue on. We get a free policy next turn. I'll go like that. Even though I don't actually want to build that right now, but it shouldn't finish anyway.
Ungavuma.
Okay. What I want is this. None of these are actually that useful, if at all useful. So I'm gonna go for the rationalism one. Get the strategics. I could also go for this. Or this. I mean, we must have a good 500 people in the Empire, so that'll be plus 25. Not that much. Alright, let's take this. I think that'll be quite a lot. Who's more science? And a reason about more happiness as well. Lovely. Okie dokie. I guess I can do these tributes. They don't really give much though. I don't know if I should even bother. I guess I should do this because it actually decreases other people's influence and increases ours, so that works, right? It's only 10%, but not bad, is it? And we do get, yeah, we do get a bit more, but I mean, it's nothing compared to what we make anyway, is it? Realistically. Don't know what next policy will even be. We shall see. Alright, dudes are pretty in place here. I'll probably use another great general or maybe two. And then I guess we will start the war. Alright, well we are ready to go. Lots and lots of field guns. I didn't go for ballistics, so I don't have artillery and stuff. I guess I will not use my great generals. Okay, it's literally just furs and uranium that we need then, which we'll be able to see the uranium soon. And furs, Washington actually has one of them. So let's do all the buildings first. Okay, let's fucking do this. So I think we just declare like this. I think we're all out of their territory. Nice.
Good day.
Oh, they were just settling another city as well. Sad for them. Ah, okay. I need to do the thing, I believe. Okay, should be back to normal. Wow, we just do a lot of damage though. That does make sense, honestly. Okay, I want to get into the city, so I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do that. Easily. I wanted to see who we could level up the most, but this doesn't really matter. Let's get Blitz on the old medic. Okay, this one is getting raised. It's a fucking pointless city that they just put there to annoy me. Okay, let's see if we can get in here then. Probably not. Yeah, almost definitely not. It's fine though. We'll just hit as many times as we can. Okay, well, I'm happy with that. I guess we might as well see if we can kill a boat or something. There should be quite a few more Yeah, we're at war with all the city-states, but I don't know if they actually have anything for us to kill. Oh, they do. Yeah, there's that one. That's ours. Okay. I think that's all we can do this turn. Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe I'll lose a unit or two here, to be honest. Although the riflemen, they should really struggle to kill because they are a tech ahead. And that means they have like double the combat strength of those guys. With a lot of bonuses as well. Do you know what? I actually have a logistics guy. I'm going to try and get him involved, though he's never going to make it in time. But one guy finally made it to logistics, so it would be nice to use. Ooh, scary. Wait a minute. Should I actually be scared? Nah, I don't think so. Okay, they didn't even kill anyone, so this is not ideal for them. Alright, well, that's annoying. Do you know what? I don't really want to take Washington yet, because I don't want to get the victory screen. Save it until I'm ready for it. Okay, and Let's kill all these stupid boats as well. Okay. Well, this hasn't been too difficult, has it? Okie dokie. Next turn it is, where we will find our uranium. That'd be nice. It's pretty likely that we should have some.
The unleashed power of the atom has changed everything, save our modes of thinking, and we thus drift towards unparalleled catastrophes.
Alright, we're up to 7k per turn. What flip do I go for? How about... Maybe I'll just finish off these, because nothing is really that useful. Right, let's have that. Everything will be maximally upgraded. Okay, Persia's actually here. I don't want them to take the city, I want all three of these. Okay, let's capture this. I'm actually a little bit worried about this city dying, so I'm gonna leave it at that health. Probably shouldn't have even done that attack. Thinking about it. Alright. And where is all our uranium? That's the last monopoly. Well, there's a lot of it about. Okay, I'll sort that. Okay, cool. Let's get another scientist, I think. Get another one next turn as well. naturally. Don't know why sometimes it's telling me I can't build polders on freshwater tiles, even though, like freshwater lake tiles, even though obviously normally you can. Alright, Persia was useless. Alright, that is a bit annoying because it looks like we're going to have to do a host vote instead of starting the World's Fair now, which I would have liked. Okay, sure. Alright, let's get in here. We can surround this now. And like I said, I think I will wait until we have got all of the monopolies. Before we end this. Okay, loads more units here. Happiness is still very good. Yeah, I want the monopolies and wind power. I'll probably just do some skipping forward until we get to that. Alright, let's use these great scientists then. 23k. Guess I'll use the next one next turn. I don't know if there's weird things where you can lose your overflow or what. But looks like we are going to make very good progress here on that. Just uranium left, and if we just get a couple of these quarries it should go up because we do get double thanks to the policy. Okay, time for these delegates. Gonna go something like that, I suppose. Oh yeah, and I was going to use a great general as well. Since we're building Cristo Redentor. We are going to go way over on it. I guess I'll build this first. No, I won't. I'll build this. It's fine. We'll lose a bit of production. How are my uraniums coming along? 2 turns. Beautiful.
There's a basic.
Nice. Perfect. So our global war games are up. And yeah, we got the World's Fair. So I have to do that. Alright, that's World's Fair. Oh, not bad. I didn't even build it in my capital because I was building the old atomic bomb instead. Actually, that gives us the free research lab. That's quite nice. Okay. Jesus, look at the culture, mate. Alright, well, we also got a great writer. Wow. Wow. So I want this. Oh shit, we get a free policy as well. I want this one. I want this one. Okay, we'll go with Max Science.
Only within the moment.
Have a free sec there. So yeah, what I really want to do is build these. Just to see how good it all looks. Alright, I thought we'd end it off at a nice round turn 250. Just built Bletchley Park. And let's get one last great writer here. Dude, it's a bit bugged on these. Sometimes it wants to do them, sometimes it does not. Very nice. Alright, cool. Let's use these great people then. 166,000 culture there. Guess I can choose some last policies as well. I think I'm gonna go for this one now. Get another one. Finish off autocracy. That should give us another great person as well. And now, I guess industry is a good way to go if we're going to go anyway. These two policies are actually pretty nice in terms of giving everything yields. Okay, let's have one last writer and one scientist and see what they give. Yeah, 168,000. Not bad. And 94,000 from the scientist.
What?
Okay. Well, we would have got through info era pretty damn quickly. Yields are just going up and up, to be honest, every single turn. Because we're still building all the buildings everywhere. And every city is growing a lot as well, thanks to the corporation, which means more and more yields. Like, even this city is up to pop 20. Anyways, though, time to finish this. Better use one of my good and dark upgraded people. I don't know which ones that is. Like, what is even the symbol? Who knows? I'm going to assume this guy is. We did have some cool guys over here, actually. Like this guy with March cover 2 and everything. I think... yeah, they both have March. This guy has amphibious ability. Probably should have used him. Anyways, though.
The world has been convulsed by war. Many great and powerful civilizations have fallen, but you have survived and emerged victorious. The world will long remember your glorious triumph.
Very cool. Alright, obviously big stuff there. Let's have a little look at the replay thing. So we are going to start up here. Very close to Siam, which was quite nice. This ended up being a very Pangiri map, which is a bit weird. I feel like there's a lot of land in it. A lot more than there should be. I think it just shows a bit more here, because it kind of looks like the coast is land when it's not. It should only be like 32% land, I think. But yeah, it probably would have been a bit easy if it was any more islandy. We had to do a fair amount of conquering by land. Like, we had to conquer these guys by land. I think we had a bit of boat help with Morocco, but their capital was inland as well, so we had to conquer that one from land. Russia was quite coastal, luckily. But we still had to fight through Moscow using field guns, I think. Persia we had to do pretty much all by land. Well, I guess we brought boats in at the top. America we destroyed by sea. Germany by sea. And Zulus actually had a lot of coast as well. Though I didn't realise that for a long time. I didn't know there was a path in here because it looked very much like they were inland there. But obviously I should have explored it. Alright, the old graphs. They're obviously going to get a bit crazy at the end. Which kind of makes it a bit hard to see. I wonder at what point we actually overtook on military. Fairly early, you know. Like, I don't know where this, probably 500 or 600 AD we're getting close. Which is definitely earlier than usual. Number of techs. Flippin' Russia, man. Look at that. So we were on 19 here. And they were on... what, 28? Something like that. And they kept jumping up here. I feel like they were in medieval, like, and Renaissance super early. These were probably when they entered them. And then... I don't think they ever got to modern. Probably this is when they got industrial. And then we overtook quite heavily, but man, they were a long way ahead for a while actually. Policies, they were like 2 ahead at times. Obviously when you conquer someone, they're just gonna go down completely. Number of cities. There's a Zulus or something. Oh, is it Persia? They actually had quite a few. Yeah, I mean, these are just going to be a bit silly. Food per turn. Craziness. Gold per turn we should have had quite a lot of for a while actually as well. Thanks to the boulders. Alright. Anyways, that is the graphs. I feel like that's all that's worth showing there. Goodbye, Washington. Oh, he had some nice wonders actually. Temple of Artemis would have been nice. Yeah, these ones. Fair enough. Okay, well, yeah, let's go through it in a little bit more detail, I suppose, by showing the land. So, yeah, we started here. I came straight down towards Siam, who was here, and they actually, I think they tried to send a settler down this way. The fuck is that? And we sniped it, which was really, really bad for them. If you kill an AI's first settler, they're completely screwed right now. That's kind of the way it works. So that gave us a lot of like opportunity to do whatever we want to them. They eventually did get the settler out, but the damage was already done at that point. They did get to classical era as well, and they got a nice bonus there where they got an army and walls and stuff that defended them a bit. But I think I took the capital in classical era, waited till medieval so that I could get them as a vassal. I've stolen a bit of their land here as well. Yes, and then I was already moving on towards Morocco, who had cities along here. Brought some boats around as well to help out. This is very vulnerable to sea. And these ones are a little bit as well. I think I got very, very lucky here because we got like 3 city-state missions in a row to take like Fez, Rabat, and then Tangier, I think, which gave the troops loads of experience. So that was super good. And these guys were like the only people we could have gone for really after Siam. Everyone else was quite far away. And they were also quite weak. I actually skipped religion. I went for God of Creation, which was definitely nice. The unique ability gives golden culture, doesn't give any science though, and we didn't really have any good source of science either. Authority isn't the best for science generally, so I think God of Creation was actually very, very good. I would say it was super annoying for us not having our own religion though, because I was actually not able to buy Inquisitors for ages, so I didn't have much control over my religion. Because obviously Siam didn't have one because we got to them early, and then Morocco didn't get one either, even though they could have with a nice... They had the Plains Pantheon actually, that would have been really good. So I was hoping to conquer religion off them, but they didn't get one, so I didn't end up getting one until quite late. And since you can't buy Inquisitors unless you own a religion, just had to kind of accept using missionaries or what was given to us. Luckily the Zulus had a Confucian and they actually gave us orders, which are obviously very useful for conquering stuff. But yeah, I didn't get my own religion until we conquered St. Petersburg, which is the holy city here. I don't think I built any of the first wonders. First thing I built was Terracotta Army. Then Angkor Wat, which is the pretty standard way to go, to be honest, for authority. Like, they're just both super good. This one giving the culture for kills, and this one giving the quicker border growth, synergizing with the tribute policy to help all the cities produce stuff, and gold as well, which is useful. Then I built Colossus. That was just because it was available. I thought we might as well. Wasn't sure if I was going to go statecraft as well, where the extra trade route is useful. We actually still had quite good use of them though, because I was doing internals for a while, and they were giving like actually pretty good production. There's like this policy as well that gives extra yields from internal trade routes, and I was sending them along the coast ones to help them build more boats and stuff. So all of these cities were pretty well developed. Yeah, I don't think I built any of the others. Next one, I don't think I built the medieval ones. Went for like Leaning Tower of Pisa. think I built Himeji as well. I did build Machu Picchu in this city here, which obviously gave it pretty good yields. And then I think I built Himeji here as well. I did. Just because, might as well. 15% combat strength for units in our territory, and it means somebody else doesn't have it. Also, cool. And then, yeah, by the time we got to industrial, we were kind of ahead, so I could pick and choose, and obviously I wanted Eiffel Tower and Brandenburg Gate at that point. And Neuschwanstein as well was pretty nice, but probably these two most important, because I think we were capped on happiness anyway quite frequently. But yeah, after I'd conquered Morocco, there was a choice of either going up to the Zulus or going for Russia. I don't know which one was best. There was a lot of defensive pacts either way, and I think my troops were kind of closer to Russia, and I had boats around here as well. Like, I had quite a few caravels, and we just got to astronomy, so I could upgrade them to sea beggars. And obviously I couldn't really just get around the other side easily. And I also found this lovely way of attacking St. Petersburg over the water here, thanks to the fact that we had range on quite a few of the siege weapons, because of what I said earlier about the lucky city-state quests. They really made the game for us, honestly. Tried to get a lot of siege weapons with range that makes them a lot better. And also we built loads of caravels, because they weren't actually obsolete yet when we had astronomy, because they don't go obsolete until navigation. So I built quite a few caravels quickly and upgraded them, and they were like very close to getting blitz straight away as well, thanks to the orders and then the quests as well. And the blitz boats, my god, they are ridiculous, because they already have the Vanguard on them from the start, so you don't really need to go up here. You can just come straight down here, get blitz, double attack with Vanguard. I think I even got up to naval siege on, yeah, this guy here. He has Dreadnought 2 and naval siege as well. But yeah, because normally when I actually play with the boats, I'll go blitz on some and then try and get up here to Vanguard, but obviously it takes longer. But with these, to just have that straight away, it's crazy, man. I feel like that's probably even more powerful than the capturing boats thing, because that is sometimes nice, but it's sometimes a bit annoying as well, because they get in the way. But those guys do so much damage to cities already, especially with Vanguard. Like, even without that, melee boats are just generally quite powerful, I would say, but with that, they become even more insane. And yeah, the other thing doing a lot of damage was the siege weapons. Once they get range and stuff, and you get to field guns, they can really smash through cities, and they can't do too much about it because they're 3 range away. So it is very useful to have the experience early. Normally it takes a lot longer to get to that point, and you have to wait until the policies. But yeah, fought through here thanks to this lucky city placement, and we had boats and ranged cannons. Moscow took a bit longer. Had to also fight Persia at the same time. There was some city here we were fighting over, and they brought quite a lot of armies and had a unique cavalry as well that was quite powerful, that we were fighting against, unique lancers. So we were at war with them for ages before we got through. Had so much war weariness. It was quite annoying for happiness and supply cap as well. And we were also at war with America. Basically just completely smashed them with the melee boats. I was using the blitz ones to take the cities and then get out again, and then they would take it again, put a new garrison in it, and I would kill it, take them again. So they got very annoyed, and eventually they agreed to be our vassal as well, even though we'd only taken a couple of these cities. And I had to come back to take the capital out later. So, yeah, then had Germany and Zulus left. I wanted to do quite a few things, and I was waiting for the ideology just to make everything a bit easier. The first 3 autocracy policies are just nuts. Like, first 3 that you can conceivably get. So, elite forces, military industrial complex, and Lebensraum are all absolutely crazy. It's just such a huge power spike for your armies. So I was basically waiting for those. There's not even that many other good policies here, I wouldn't say. There's a couple of decent tier 2 ones, but those are really the main ones. I guess there's one that can help you go for tourism, if you're feeling like that. But like, even if you haven't done much conquering, once you get these, it's just ridiculous. Lebensraum, I mean, like the amount of land you can eat with one citadel, we ate all of this, for example. That was from in our territory. But if you get one where you put it on the edge of your territory, it like here, expands the border so much. I actually think I have one. Yeah. And it gives loads of production and gold. So say this, we're on 1,700. So it literally gave like 4,000 production, and I think gold and stuff as well. So you can just one turn any wonder. It's definitely too good, and even without that it would still be good, just because if you ever need to conquer somebody, you can just like citadel right up to their capital basically, because you can go 2 tiles at a time and put the next one like further in. I mean, if that ever happens to me, if an AI ever does that to me, I'm gonna rage. But I've done that many times to AIs. But yeah, I was waiting for that. They decided to attack me, which is fair enough. So didn't get it all perfectly executed with that, but we just kind of crushed them anyway with the boats. Like I said, when I realised we could get in here with the boats, that made our life way, way easier than I thought it was going to be. And Germany was very vulnerable to the coast as well. So they didn't last particularly long either. Yeah, there was some interesting religion stuff, actually. Like I said, they gave us orders, which was quite fortunate. Since didn't have much control over that, it just happened that we got that given that religion. Like I said, I was hoping Morocco would get one with the Plains Pantheon. Ended up using this one as my primary one because it has the really nice founder belief. And also they didn't have a Reformation belief, so I got to reform it with Glory of God, so I could get like great writers and stuff. Didn't really need it, but it's nice to have that available. For example, during the World's Fair, so you can get mad culture, which is what we've done, and scientists as well, because when you want to go imperialism, it's good to be able to get the scientists. But yeah, there was also this St. Petersburg, which had the syncretism enhancer, which is currently giving 500 science and production as well, I think. Pretty crazy. Pretty damn crazy. The primary religion thing was weird because I was trying to get it to be Zoroastrian, but then when we conquered this, it became Confucian, even though we had more Zoroastrian cities. But then when I converted a few more Zoroastrian ones, it went back to Zoroastrian. I even did some testing and I still can't quite figure it out, because I definitely did have more Zoroastrian. And I had more Zoroastrian that weren't puppets as well. Like, I seriously couldn't figure out what exactly was the reason. And there was also a while where we had Protestant as our main religion, primary religion, even though we only had one city following that, and I feel like we had more of some of the other ones. So it was very weird. I did not really understand it fully. So it makes me not want to go for the non-religion playthroughs anymore. I thought you could have a bit more control over it, but without Inquisitors and with not fully being able to control your primary religion, it is a bit annoying. Maybe if I figure out what the exact thing is. Ah yeah, Germany actually had a very cool religion as well. Catholic. Loads of food with cooperation as well. Actually quite an interesting one. A bit like the Venice one. And a decent founder belief as well, and Reformation belief. Would have been quite interesting to convert all the cities. Maybe I would have done that if I was going much later with this to see how good it could be, because I did go for the food corporation, and it is just so ridiculous. I didn't know just how good it is, but every single office reduces your needs by basically like 10%. And every city increases them by 9%. So each city, if you build one everywhere, that each city basically reduces the needs modifier in each city. So we're at minus 74 here. Which I assume means that it's at like 30%, because it will start at 100. So I assume minus 74 means 26%. So we need 26% of the global median, which obviously we're above here, but we're above it pretty much what we need pretty much everywhere. So, and we went literally from every city was like way over the cap. Like every city was capped on unhappiness just with distress, to the cities have like no unhappiness. And it's not that we're ahead of the median, because the median is obviously dictated by us, since we have all the cities anyway. So I didn't realise just how good it is. I think puppet cities also build the office, and that contributes to the reduction in the needs modifiers, even though they don't contribute to the increase because they're puppet cities. So that's how we've ended up with even less. But like, happiness was such an issue throughout the game. I had loads of cities locked just to try and create some spare so that when we were conquering, and even then we were still going below 50%, like whenever we were at war. And yeah, now it's just completely fine. And food does give you a lot of yields late game as well, like with the public schools, the museums, and the broadcast towers. They all scale with population. So that's why our yields have gone particularly nuts. Didn't get a massive amount of franchises. They each give +3 food each, but it's fine. So this corporation is pretty ridiculous with a wide empire, I think. I think it must be the best. To be honest, I'll definitely consider it in future. If I'm ever in a similar situation, or it works even better with order, doesn't it? We saw that in the Venice gameplay, but it was still really good here. Because we would never be able to grow any of these cities otherwise. We'd be locking like almost all of them. Just struggling to stay above 50% with an empire this big. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, finally got through to alternative energy and built the windmills. And the yields, I must say, are quite beautiful to behold. With military industrial complex buffing all the polders as well. I do like the look of that quite a lot. We even have some ones with hydro, because they're all next to rivers. So like here. I haven't even bothered like locking tiles, but there's just so many good tiles everywhere. It definitely reminds me of the Venice gameplay, the Venice playthrough. I wonder which one would actually have been better in the end if we played this. I feel like Venice got powerful earlier, but potentially we would end up with more on this one, just because of all the polders everywhere and the crazy yields they give. And we also do have the unique banks, which I got every single monopoly just to get the maximum from them. So let's see what it actually ended up being. 28, 28, 26. Pretty nice. Okay, so there are 26 things. So yeah, it was +1 of production, gold, and culture for each of these, and in every city as well. So it does work out as quite a lot. I was wondering if you get an extra one. I don't know how it counts the like strategics, if you need the strategic or the global. But we had both on all of them anyway. I don't know how good they were, because it did take us a while to get a lot of the monopolies, but I suppose it's still a nice building, but I don't know that it was crazy powerful. Yeah, though, I honestly do think that authority is the best way to go on Netherlands, even though I don't really see many people doing it. Culture and gold is just so useful for someone who is authority. You never have enough gold as authority, and the fact that it's just so easy to get just by doing deals, and you get extra happiness as well, I feel like just makes it really good. Especially with the unique components. These guys, they basically give like a 10% combat strength to adjacent friendly units, and get extra combat strength if they're near a friendly city. They're not amazing, they're very cheap though, so I literally just spammed out loads of them. We were already using them on Morocco, and they just gave us a really easy way of making like a big army that I could use to like cover for the siege weapons and stuff and the boats. So they were definitely pretty good. Even without them though, I just feel like sea beggars have to be one of the best units in the game if you can get up to blitz with them. As long as they have some coastal capitals, you will almost always be able to conquer. And even if you can't for a while and you have to just wait, like the fact that you're getting bonus culture and stuff means you could stay in the game as authority and just try and get to autocracy, as I said, before you go crazy with conquering. But if there's any coastal cities, you will be able to take them with sea beggars. And they're very easy to spam out as well, because they don't need strategic. So yeah, I really like authority as Netherlands. I went fealty. Obviously statecraft is doable, since when you get an import from a city-state, it counts for the unique ability. I decided to go for just conquering them instead, because I thought it would be a bit easier than having to worry about the other guys, stealing the alliances and stuff. I made a big effort to keep this alliance because I wanted to get some ship of the lines, because you can get logistics on them. But they never even gave us any, because I think because our closest city wasn't coastal, so they couldn't give them to us or something. It was bugged, I think. That was unfortunate. But yeah, I thought in order to get the monopolies, I'd rather just conquer the city-states, because places like this where they have glass, if you conquer it, you get the resource and it counts as a monopoly if there's only one of them. If there's two, then you need both. But yeah, it's a pretty easy way of getting extra monopolies, just conquering the city-states. And I wanted to do more stuff with religion. Unfortunately, I lost all of my faith when we conquered it. We had like 5,000 or 6,000 built up. Lost it all when we conquered St. Petersburg because it was just, yeah, that was a bit sad. But anyway, and then imperialism. Obviously, colonialism is just a crazy policy. Kind of annoying with the bug that it has. I hope that gets fixed at some point. I have brought it up twice, so I'm hoping it will get fixed soon. It has been around for a while though. Yeah. And I also think, I mean, I guess when you're authority, you don't get to use the polders that much, which is a little bit sad because they're basically like jumped up farms, aren't they? So the food is a bit like not really what you want as authority, but obviously the gold and production is nice. I feel like a progress Netherlands could work as well. I think tradition is not a great idea. Or I'm sure you can have a good game as tradition, but I just feel like progress or authority make more sense for Netherlands. And yeah, I really think authority is the best, but I guess particularly with these guys. Yeah, I think Netherlands is just very powerful though. Honestly, as soon as I started this game, there was like within a few turns, I kind of felt like I'm going to win this game. Like, there was seriously not a moment of the game where I didn't think I was going to win, even when Russia was like 10 techs ahead. I think it's just Netherlands that are very powerful generally. We did get a good start with stealing the settler, but even if that hadn't happened, it just would have taken a bit longer to conquer these guys. And as soon as we got the sea beggars, we still could have kind of conquered who we want. The defensive pacts is annoying because we end up at war with so many people. You lose monopolies, but yeah, like I said, I really felt like it was a certainty that this game was going to be a win, which is a bit meh, but I guess Netherlands is just a good civ. There's a lot of good civs though, really, aren't there, in VP? Especially with unique components, kind of makes every civ good. And I guess authority games are generally just kind of more certain wins because you can be sure that you'll get there in the end. Whereas tradition, you're always a little bit worried that you might get conquered by someone if you haven't got like a really nice defensive area. Yeah, there's still a fun one. Definitely a lot more aggressive than I usually go. Usually I build up slowly, maybe conquer one person, then go crazy, like I said, with autocracy. So it was fun to try and do conquering a bit earlier. Had some good success as well. Definitely could have won the game a lot earlier than this turn, but wanted to get the windmills and everything and all the global monopolies. Yeah, I think that's it. Next series will be on the new patch, which should be good. I don't think there's a huge amount of changes. There was the rework to Spain. Forts got changed a little bit. Forts were quite ridiculous here. Giving 14 science, and there's actually more buffs to them that we don't even have yet. There's this one in stealth. +4 science. It's a bit too much, let's be honest. Like, how much does this even give? 24. And with global war games, gives +2 culture to them as well. We had natural heritage sites as well. That was nice. Quite a few natural wonders about. Yeah, I think the main change though was actually the tech costs. The later tech costs have been increased, actually very significantly from what I saw, and it even starts quite early, like it starts around medieval. And like it's really a significant increase in tech costs, which I think is a good thing. Seems necessary. Like a lot of games, the late game does go incredibly quickly. Obviously this game, it was us, but in the Morocco game, even the AI Poland with a rationalism was getting like a tech every turn or every other turn or something, which is a little bit silly. So hopefully it should make standard game pace a good way to go. It might make Epic a little bit too slow though, maybe, especially in mid-game. Because I feel like mid-game pacing is fairly correct right now. But yeah, late game pacing definitely is too quick, and that has been changed. So that should be good. I've been speaking about for a while my thoughts on the way difficulty is done in this game, because I'm not a huge fan of it. Basically, even examples from this game, like when we were conquering Siam, they were useless because they didn't get their second city out, so they didn't get the bonus from settling a city. Then they got classical when they got like 5 troops and walls in one turn, so I had to like wait a bit and take a bit longer to conquer them. It's just weird. I just feel like it doesn't have to be like that. Like, it could be a lot smoother where they'll just be reasonably strong in the first place rather than have like power spikes. And the city settling one particularly bugs me because it just makes the early game for AIs so like weird and silly, because they get rewarded for settling new cities, but the whole point of settling a new city is that it's like investment for the future, and they're screwed if they don't settle new cities. Whereas like for a human, if you go for a 1 city challenge, your early game is great, but then your late game is rubbish because you don't have enough cities to make science. But for the AIs, it's like the other way around. Again, I just don't see why it has to be that way. And then there was even more stuff like Russia being like 10 techs ahead. And then us still being able to catch up with them and kill them quite easily. And like nobody else really... I mean, maybe this game is a bit unfair, but it just still seems a bit like they get their mad power spike early on, but then they're still not actually very like threatening later. We had another war with Persia where we were just conquering them. They had like no units left, and then they got industrial and got a full army. Didn't make a difference again, but it's just a bit silly, man. And basically the way I think that it could be improved is if everything was given to the AIs as cost reductions instead of the insta-yield bonuses, so that instead of it being so like all or nothing, they just get reductions to, policies, techs, and growth and buildings and stuff, which they already get. And then that gives them like a gradual power thing rather than just sporadic power. And it should scale a bit better for the late game as well. So I've been testing that out. I made one version. I put it on the forums. I'll link that if you want to go and try it. It's probably still a bit easy, which I think... the game is a bit easy now generally, but so was my changes were still too easy. But I honestly think it was quite promising. Like, I feel like there is a good solution in there somewhere, so I'm going to keep playing around with it. And perhaps I'll even use it for the next series. Because I just did 20% cost reduction to like tech policies and growth, but I removed all of the insta bonuses, and the AIs were probably still on a kind of similar level, but with a much less like noticeable weirdness going on. So maybe just a little bit more, or maybe a slight combo of the two, but we will see. No idea who I'm going to play though. That is a good question. Maybe we'll let the gods decide. Using the old random feature. Although it could easily give us someone we've already played now. We are getting through the civs. How many series have I done? Maybe 15? Something in that region. Oh, there are like 40 civs though, aren't they? Well, still a lot to play. Oh yeah, and I think I won't use unique components next time, but I did like it. Definitely gave some extra interesting stuff. Wasn't a massive part of this game. I mean, it kind of was actually, because I wouldn't have built so many infantry if they weren't the Guden Darks. And I would have had to build longswordsmen instead that are way more expensive, so it was definitely useful. But I didn't get to see it that much from the AIs. Because none of them were like really using their unique stuff particularly, which would have been a bit more interesting. But yeah, I'll definitely do it again in the future. We'll just do a normal one next time though, I believe. And yeah, any general feedback would be good as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you for the next series.